Hey guys, right, welcome to another episode. We're doing the floor, so I'm going to take you in right now. I've done half the floor, but I've realised I can't go any further until it's set, and there's a reason why I'm doing that. Right, let's go inside. I'll show you what I've done. Rightio, here we go. So, you can see I've moved everything. I'm just going to hop down here for a minute. Right, so I've got, that's all set. I did that the other day, and I've just done that now. I actually had to sort of prop that up to get this level, because I've used a Sigaflex, and I've clamped that. So, what I actually want to do is not put any screws in the floor, because as soon as you put a screw, for example, as soon as you put a screw on the floor, water gets around the screw and then it actually seeps into the timber, and then it slowly wets the timber if it's raining all the time. So we're actually just going to glue it in with the Sigaflex. It's like a industrial silicone that's really hard, and it goes everywhere, and it dries fairly quick. So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. This should be set by then, and I should be able to take the pliers out and that off. So what I've done is, there's the sender wire. I've actually run that along there, and that goes up to, one side goes to earth, and the other side will go over to the gauge, because that'll be the sender gauge. So we've got the fill, that's there, the breather's there, and we've got the suction there. Right, so that's all ready to go. So I wasn't actually going to video the floor, but I thought I can't go any further now. I might as well have a quick chat about it. So I've decided I was going to do 4 pieces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, but turns out there's a lot of waste, because what I cut off there, I can actually put over here, and then a full sheet there can actually go right across to here and across to there. It doesn't matter if I join a piece here. It's actually better if I join a piece here, because that's where all the utilities are going through, like the water and all that. So the idea is to have a full solid. I don't want any joins where you walk, because you know what happens when you walk on a join, they move. So I've actually Sigaflexed in under there. This whole join along here is Sigaflexed all the way along. So once that sets, that shouldn't move at all. And I've actually allowed for expansion and contraction. It's winter at the moment, so we've got gaps there, and we've got a slight gap there. So if the wood does get expand, we've got room for it, and hopefully the flex will move with it. Anyway, there we go. So I'll take it outside, and I've actually cut this piece. Before we go over there, I'll just show you this bit. I was going to just router underneath the floor, and so you couldn't get at that. And then now I'm thinking I'm going to do a cutout, and we're just going to recess a recess for a plate to fit in there. So the only thing you're going to feel is probably the screws. I'm going to use sort of like flat screws like those, you know, but they'll be black. And then hopefully I'll router it down like a mil or whatever, or 2 mil, whatever the sheet is. There's some gal sheet there. And that'll sit down in there flush with that for surface. And then I said to Nick, I think there's not much I can do, but if you have to get it to sender for the water, we need to make an inspection. I'm not ripping the water tank out just for that. It's easy to remove 4 screws. And then we can get at it and whatever. So, and we'll probably end up putting a mat there. She's talking about putting a mat there anyway, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, that's all in. That floor is part of it's in. So I'll take you outside. and I'll show you. It's just a full sheet with a cutout there, just a cutout there, and a, sorry for moving, and a cutout for there. So we'll go have a look at that. Rightio, so that's the cutout. That's actually the cutout for the back half on the left side, on the driver's side. And this is the next sheet. So ignore the blue. I've just painted, it's the only spray can, quick drying spray can I could find for the timber, because I don't want exposed timber. The paint will protect it, even though it's like a marine ply. But this is all going to get decked in a vinyl flooring anyway. So that is for the water sender. And there's the mudguard there, So when you walk in, you'll walk in here, and there's literally no joins, and the cupboards will be about here somewhere. So you won't have any joins there. Anyway, that's the plan. Alright, I'll let that set tonight, and then we'll get back into it tomorrow and fit the rest of the flooring. Alright. Right. It's got to come over about, you can see that. Sorry, I've got to grab you. It's got to come over, there's a gap there. It's getting dark in here too. So I've got to close that gap up. Anyway, there you go. It's getting too dark for me to video, but I'm going to finesse that a bit more and get it in position. And then we'll do the front part then. Right, after that big panel, I've put the one at the front in as well. And that's been 2 days. And then the weather's been good again. So I've just finished work. And I've just put in the last strip, the 170mm strip over there. So let's go inside and have a look at the floor. It's all done. It's all done, except still got to have lino put on the top. Anyway, let's have a look. So then you got that bit there. Still got rubbish and dirt, and I've got to sweep it all out. And don't worry about the rubbish. I'll get rid of all the tools and stuff. It is getting dark, but anyway, there's the floor there, all the way up here, and we've got it all in. Looks good. So I've actually managed to, I'll just hop down here for a minute, I'll show you something. I've actually got that join gap nice and close now. And also when I was walking on this bit, it would go down and go past that face. So what I've done is you get a button head screw. You got to make sure it's clamped. At that stage I clamped it and that front part wasn't in, and I clamped it. So you got to make sure you clamp before you do this screw thing. And then you lean your knee, use your knee, and you lean on the bit that's too high, and you go by feel, and you can feel it. And then what you do is you just use a button head screw with a flat head screw and zap it down so it actually pulls up, so it makes them both. Use the screw as a leveler, and then you do that all the way along. And then you get your drill with a countersink in it. You take the one button head out, countersink it, and then you put a countersink screw in it in its place. But make sure the countersink screws are the same thread or bigger than the button head that you use. You don't want to have it in there, it just spins. You want it so it grips. So now when you stand on it, the two teeth, they actually, when you stand on it, it actually holds it like a vice, because it's got teeth either side now, so that can't go down or that can't go down. They're sort of together. And don't forget it's Sigaflex together as well. So that's how I've overcome the movement in the joints, because that would really annoy me. That would really annoy me if the joints moved. I really don't want that. So underneath there's no screws for water to get in. I know I've explained this before, but now that it's all set, I'm going to get underneath, and later on, I'm not going to video this bit. I'm just going to get that weather tape and put where the joins are, so where water can't spray in between the gaps. Even though I've Sigaflexed it, there's no way water's going to get where the gaps are. And this floor should last 20, 30 years, I reckon, since it's a 30-year-old caravan already. Rightio, so just have a little inspection. I will be doing, that's the tank sender, so I will be doing an inspection for that. But there's the sender wire, and then these are the wires here. Goes down in that corner through the steel. And then I'll go to the panel, and I'll eventually get that. Now it's all sealed in here. Now that it's all sealed, and because it's been foggy a few mornings now, and fog, I've lost my words. Fog is a lot of condensation in the air, and I don't want a lot of condensation in the caravan anymore now. I want it all sealed. So even if it does rain now, I don't really care, because I can actually get in here, work on electrical, or I can actually start the cabinetry now that I've got a good floor. So I'm actually really excited. The next bit is, once all this sets down here, we're gonna fit off all the tank, the fill and the breather and the water plumbing, put some holes in the floor. And I think we'll use a deck tight. A deck tight's like a little rubber boot that goes on roofs for stoves and chimneys and that, like round, like shed flues and that type of thing. And I'll just use a deck tight for underneath. And that'll stop water and spiders and whatever getting in. And it'll still be sealed. So anyway, I just want to show you the floor. There's the floor. It is getting dark in here, but the floor's in. Typical winter's day. So I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, I'll carry on like I need to get again. I'll do that. Thank you for watching. Hope you like that. We are actually moving ahead with the caravan now, because once I work out what I'm going to do with the cabinetry, I know what design will be, but I don't know if it's going to be Merbau. I've been playing with the idea of having Merbau, either Merbau timber work and just oiling it, or do we do the pine? Put it in the comments. Or do we put it in the, I've got to keep the weight down, that's the thing. So I was thinking about doing pine and painting it all white and having it very light. Or do we do Merbau? I don't know. Still thinking about it. But anyway guys, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.